Hi there, I'm a Jester in Black, and this is Chapter 5 on Maddening mode. The Gautier Inheritance. Let's see what new surprises are in store for us this time. The past thieves are back. Archers with Poison Strike, Ordinary Fighters. Armored Blow Armored Knights. That bumps their defense up to what, 23? So definitely going to have to deal with them on player phase. I might be able to scratch them with Edelgard? Unsure. This is a healer with Physic. That's interesting. Also using steel weapons now, it looks like. Micklin, 33 crit. He's also got 22 protection and 44 attack. Now, the nice thing is, because he has a Lance of Ruin, which is a crest weapon, and he has no crest, he'll actually take 10 damage every single time he's involved in combat, so I can just blink him down with, like, training bow arrows, even though they do no damage, and get him down to 1 HP after 5 attacks. 4 attacks would get him down to 4, and then I could probably finish him off with a mage. He only has 14 avoid, and he doesn't get any from the heal tile, so as long as I have 114 hit, I'll be able to hit him for sure. But then after that, the beast version of him is also quite tanky and deals quite a bit of damage. And I suspect it probably has buffed attack speed. Even Micklin has 4 attack speed in this, he usually has 0, I believe. So the Armored Knights have 0 attack speed, that's nice. We got mages with fire, 16 attack instead of 20 this time, so that's nice. Let's see what they did for this guy. He's got Axe Fair and weight -5. He's also got resistance +2 and defense +2. Yeah, this Fortress Knight in the corner has always been a champion. I don't think he was always a Fortress Knight, I think he was just an Armor Knight. But he also is one of the very few enemies in the game that will use a combat art on you, because he has Helm Splitter. If you try to fight him with a Knight, it usually doesn't go your way. But this guy's got 32 attack, 19 protection. He's pretty beefy. He might be kind of difficult to take out, although there is an Armor Slayer in this chest right here. So with that, I think either Petra or our newest addition to our team, Felix, will be able to take him out. Maybe Byleth as well.
The enemy.
Alright, here we go. So, on turn 1, my priority is to deal with these two fighters. They both have 24 attack, 11 attack speed. Would only want to bait them with a fast unit, and only Petra of my fast units can reach this space. So, fun thing to note, Petra has 8 protection. They have 24 attack, that's 16. She only has 32 HP. It says they'll both attack her. They won't. There's only one space they can attack her from. I'm then going to move the rest of my units up here to help kill these enemies next turn. And then I think the turn after that, there's going to be reinforcements that spawn on these stairs, and then there's going to be a second wave of reinforcements a couple turns after that. Then there's ambush spawns up here. There are, I believe, 2 waves of them, and they're all thieves. The ones down here on the stairs are thieves and mages. And other than that, it's pretty much what you see. So I'm going to put Felix here. He's another one of our good units, even though he just joined the team.
That's my cue.
Battle. I am Ferdinand von Eyre. Put me in there. As you wish.
Oh no.
Hopefully we get the counter. Yep, there we go, a little bit of damage. I think it had 100% hit rate, didn't it? Sometimes I see things and I don't see everything. Alright, so we've got a slightly damaged enemy and an enemy in full health to deal with this turn. Going to start off, I think, with a curved shot from Bernadetta. Outranging enemies is really nice. Not taking counterattacks is really nice. One of the easier ways to win. Nice battalion level up, increases our offensive potential a little bit. So from here,
Caution is needed.
we could potentially do up to 11 damage, so if we get a little bit more damage on this one, we can kill with Petra. That'll do.
Practice yields results.
One down.
Witness frigid pride.
Please be good. Please be good. Strength and
War
speed.
feeds
I
my
consider
body
that
and
good.
mind.
Defense is a nice little bonus on top. Alright, I don't want to step into these archers' range, especially since they have Poison Strike. They're going to be a problem. I'm going to have to deal with them later, but for now, I'm going to pretend that they are lava, and I'm not going to step on them. This does leave us with a couple units. I think Caspar's slightly higher attack. So, maybe with the training bow he does the same damage as Ferdinand. Yeah. I'm probably going to want to attack with both of them if I can get the positioning just right. There's a little bit of damage and a little bit of experience. And 5 extra hit points for Caspar. Now we have Edelgard and Felix to finish this rogue off with. I think I will have Edelgard take the damage since she has the better defense of the two of them and the worse speed. And again, 18 damage is kind of a lot. Felix doesn't have a battalion that's going to get damaged either. I'll reverse that. I'll have Felix take the damage. And do I go for 18 damage guaranteed? Or do I risk it for 22? I think the difference there is not big enough to justify risking it, so I'll go for Wrath Strike with the Iron Sword Plus. That's fine. We'll just heal him up and he'll be right as rain. And we'll give Edelgard the kill. We'll use the damaged Iron Axe.
Your defeat was inevitable.
Probably should have used Smash just for the 100% hit rate there, but I sometimes do things without thinking them through thoroughly. Sometimes I let a little bit of slop creep into the play. I think I will heal Felix with Dorothea.
Oh, thanks.
And then at the start of the turn, the passive healing will also kick in. And I believe... There we go. There they are. The ambush spawns just came in.
Captain's in trouble. Hurry up, you fools!
Enemies approach from the lower floors. Watch the rear flank.
Nope. Gilbert's gonna get destroyed by these pretty quickly. But I hope he at least does a little bit of damage to them for me first. They have a 100% hit rate on him too, so there's no chance of him surviving here, basically. But he hit that one. He might even kill it. That's fine. It lets us get some experience. And it also means that he'll distract some of them next turn. This turn. Alright, we do not want to step into too many of these enemies' ranges if we can avoid it. One of them will attack Gilbert, which means we have to worry about the other three. So I think safe units, Petra, Felix, Byleth, that's about it. Of the three, Byleth is level 9, Petra is level 9, Felix is level 9. It doesn't seem to really make a difference one way or the other who I use. It looks like Byleth can reach and the others can't, so I will go here and use the training bow.
Each battle, a chance to grow.
A little bit of experience progress. Looks like the mages will go for Gilbert, and this thief might go for someone else if I bait. I would bait with Edelgard, since she has good defense, however, she also has poor accuracy. So I think I'll use Felix instead. So I'll put Felix right here. Looks like he'll go for Felix. That mage will go for Gilbert. That mage will either go for Gilbert or Byleth. I think if the mage and this rogue both go for Felix, Felix should still survive that. Because the mage only has 16 attack. As long as I heal him up.
Sorry.
I've grasped it. How lovely.
Yeah, Felix should be fine. He'll be hurt, but he'll be fine. And there's Gilbert. Farewell, friend. You served me well.
Yet to be forgiven. For now, I must retreat.
I even get a counterattack on this mage, though. Missed with an 82. That's lovely. Didn't count on it happening, but it's nice that it did. Saves me a little healing. Felix gets a pretty punishing counter off here. So I have two mages that I'd like to deal with, as well as one thief I pretty much have to deal with. Start from range. And if the enemy can't counter, it doesn't really matter whether your attacks are super effective or do a little bit of damage. Well, looks like we need a little bit more damage before I can get away with anything here. Right, with Wrath Strike we can guarantee the kill.
One more success.
We can guarantee a kill with Wrath Strike here as well. Actually could have used the Iron Sword instead of the Iron Sword Plus, but that's now a smithing stone and a little bit of gold. No big deal. Right, so we need 13 additional damage to get the kill here. I don't know if we can do that. We can get 12. I think if we rally we can get it.
Thanks so much.
Does seem like a little bit of a waste of a Thoron. But that's fine. this should guarantee the kill. I believe we get a breather of 1 turn before the next wave hits.
That is that.
That'll actually give me time to get away from the stairs. I think it'll also allow me to heal slightly.
Oh, thanks.
I'll leave Edelgard where she is instead of advancing onward and forward. That way all our units are close enough together to respond to things as they happen. Petra's wounded. And is that the only unit who's wounded? Caspar's also wounded, so I think
I will get the
I'll
victory.
put Petra here, Caspar here, Dorothea between them. And I'll use that to get some healing and conserve some actual uses of white magic. Also back Ferdinand up here a little bit. I'll move Bernadette to the side. And here comes wave 2. Now I can actually continue advancing, and they'll eventually catch up to me as all. But this unit will stay where she is unless I enter her range, so will this one. So I've got as much time as I need to deal with this wave. And I can sort of advance towards my other goals while I'm at it. Also, this sort of obstacle-filled corridor is a little bit easier to maneuver yourself into positions where the pass that these thieves have won't allow them to get to your healers and kill them. So if you like sandwich them between a bunch of defensively powerful units, they'll be just fine. Like that, they won't be able to touch him. Petra still needs healing. Caspar and Ferdinand are both okay. But they definitely don't want to be exposed to danger. Rylith and Felix can take pretty much whatever they need to. As a matter of fact, I think I will bait with Byleth here. And hope to get a counterattack off. I think that if it's just one enemy, they don't typically gambit you. And there we go, level 10. Please be good. Strength,
Another
speed,
step
dex.
forward.
Good offensively. Right, so I would like to take both of these thieves out this turn. That might be a little bit difficult because my positioning is a little messed up due to how far I extended with Byleth here. But if I can take out one of them, it might still be worthwhile. I think if I move right here, that is reasonably safe. And there's level 7 for her. Speed's always
What did
good.
I expect?
I think Edelgard can take 2, but not 3. So try this. This is fine.
too easy.
Felix approaches level 10. I think I can use the training bow here. Get a little bit of free damage. Looks like the thief will prefer to attack Edelgard for more damage here instead of going for Bernadetta. I believe Bernadetta is just out of doubling range, so that probably explains why. I probably do need to heal Byleth, and it's not safe to do it without Physic, so I'll use one of my Physics here.
Much needed.
Try to save the rest for emergencies. And I can actually bring Petra down. That won't be a problem at all. And potentially Caspar and Ferdinand will want to be closer to the action as well. Good counterattack. Mutually managed to hit with the 69. $14 for 10. And 3 damage, no fun, but it's not lethal. So now I have 3 enemies to deal with, but I have a couple more units at my disposal. So I can do 9 damage or 12 damage with Petra. 12 is definitely preferable. Since Bernadetta is actually injured, we get to use her personal skill to do more damage. Missed to 94. Feels bad, but there was a chance of it happening. I may need to start using some kind of fishy strategies to make up for that lost damage, though. Like attacking with Linhardt or something. 17 damage. I think
this through.
that we should be able to get that with either Gambit or maybe Smash. Alright, we'll use the Gambit then.
We won't hold back.
This is also a little bit risky.
Failure is
Anything that's not
an
100% is a little bit of a risk.
One step at a time.
Not a bad level up. Now I believe... Byleth and Felix, we should be able to do this. I think if Felix uses the gauntlets, he can do 22 damage here. Not quite enough to kill. Unless he gets double crest procs, but even then, enemy will be left on 1 life. So what about if we use a Wrath Strike? Define 14 damage. We need to find 4 damage. I think we can get that with Caspar, maybe. Can. We'll need to close off the avenues of attack from Caspar, though. Alright, but that opens up the ability for us to kill with Felix here, guaranteed.
Why am I even here?
Now Felix is level 10. Ready to promote
I can
into
feel the difference.
Mercenary? Thief? One or the other. I think Mercenary is better growths. Alright, so now we have Byleth and Petra left. 19 with Byleth. Can we get 14 with Petra? 12. It's very close. Looks like we need to do a little bit of extra damage here. I want to burn all my Thorns, so I think I'll use a Thunder.
Try again.
I love seeing no damage. Alright, so now... do I want to give Petra or Byleth the kill? I think Petra deserves it. since she's lower level. So we'll go for the Wrath Strike. Hopefully it won't crit. And now we'll get the kill with Petra. I think that'll bring her to level 10. Not quite.
One step before the next step.
But she does get 2 weapon ranks. I think Ferdinand's probably the right choice there. So we'll need to heal some units up, and not Bernadetta. But other than that, I think it's not wasteful here to pull a heal out.
A great help.
Right, Edelgard should be fully, well, almost fully healed. I've got Ferdinand in position.
Still raring to go.
Casper's going to need healing pretty badly.
Thanks for helping.
As will Felix.
I will prevail.
I'll put Byleth next to Dorothea as well. Basically, I'm slowly moving into position to go down here and deal with the chest guard, but also go up and deal with the lone mage. Should be able to do both at the same time, I think. But it's safer to bait them one at a time. I think if I put Byleth right here, and Bernadetta behind her,
Put me
that'll
in there.
do. I like the idea of using Edelgard to tank the hit, because she does do good damage if she hits, but I might want to use Felix just for the extra reliability. Sorry, I'll have a chance to change my mind afterwards anyway. Alright, she hit, so that's fine. So now I can take a free hit with Byleth. And I can chase that with a free hit from Bernadetta, using a curve shot, and that should get the kill. Excellent.
Am I done yet?
And we get a little bit of a void too. Bernadetta having that chest key is not what I want. So I'm going to want to trade that to someone else. Alright, so now we can set Edelgard down this way to get the chest. And next turn, we can begin baiting this enemy with Byleth. I don't think we'll need Edelgard to deal with that, so we should be all set. So put Byleth at the edge of the enemy's range here with the bow equipped. That should work out. We'll have Petra and Felix on standby. I'll put Dorothea right next to her so that way if we take a little damage it'll automatically heal itself. We got the Armor Slayer. That'll be helpful coming up, I'm pretty sure. There's quite a few Armored Knights on the chapter.
You're a natural.
And there's one monk with Physic, just for that purpose. So, we basically have to kill this rogue in one turn, which is definitely doable. I think we want to give the kill to Petra. Fire, yeah, so I don't think I want to attack with weaker units if I can avoid it. So I think we'll go with Byleth and take a shot. And then follow that up with maybe a 3-range attack from Bernadetta. It's nice not having to take counterattacks.
Can I go now?
Close to level 8, but not quite. And we can pull Edelgard up this way. And this way is clear. So, time to move on to the next phase of our plan. And we want Byleth, Petra, Felix, and Edelgard for that. And then the rest of the units will kind of be off on their own. Also, this monk will now start traveling all the way around here and down the side, catch up to us and kill us. I think I'll move Ferdinand out of the way. I will steal Dorothea's Vulnerary and give her the Armor Slayer.
Well
I'll
done.
burn a heal here to speed this along.
Not quite what I was after.
Well, the speed's welcome. Luck isn't that great, though it is nice not to be crit. I think I'll use a heal here.
Thank you.
Just in the interest of expediency. I don't really need it thanks to Dorothea's personal skill and us having lots of time here, but just to keep things moving right along. So Edelgard will be at full health in one turn, so I think I can delay until then. I'll put Linhardt here,
I will prevail.
Edelgard here, put some of Caspar up. Keep Bernadetta out of Dorothea's range. Alright. So everyone's at perfect health. Edelgard's battalion being close to breaking could be problematic, considering she gets considerable protection from it. Alright, so for the square, I'm going to want to do something like this, except in reverse. I'm going to want Petra on the right and Byleth on the right, because they are fast. Edelgard on the left, and I think Felix on the left because he has slightly less protection than Petra. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the square up here, and then these enemies are going to start coming this way, and the enemy spawns from here, which are thieves with pass, all of them are going to show up as well. And if I have the square position right here, I'll actually have 2 units that can only be attacked from one side, so even though the enemies have pass, they won't be able to surround me and destroy me. And these 2 units, if I kill these enemies quickly enough, actually will be perfectly safe. So I'm going to save those positions for the units who are more likely to be destroyed by enemy attacks, which would be Felix and Edelgard, whereas Byleth and Petra are more likely to survive. Basically, it's all about limiting your damage intake through, you know, whatever tools you have. Also, the enemies spawn here and here. This one's closer, so I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 because they have 1 range. So if I put, say, Hubert here, as long as I keep my other units on this diagonal or below, they should be safe from being attacked. The problem then becomes, well, not this monk, but Linhardt's healing range is not that good. So this square is going to be all on its own, and that invites some risk. I do have vulneraries on everyone, so they can heal themselves if they need to. Hopefully they won't need that much healing. I also equip melee weapons for them. Should with square formation before I think I'm done. Let's count this again just to make sure. So they'll spawn here, so this will be 1 move, 2 move, 3 move, 4 move, 5 move, and 1 range. Okay, looks good. I might want to shuffle this around a little bit. And I think we don't have to worry about the monk reaching us in time. I don't really like Petra having the training sword, but I can trade for Felix's iron sword plus if I need to. I also have an iron sword. That'll make a big difference for Petra though. Let's get as close as we can. Alright, so moment of truth. So, gauntlets are better weapons on player phase, but on enemy phase the sword will deal more damage. That's why I chose to use that instead. And since I'm past this pillar, it should actually trigger the enemy ambush spawn as soon as I end my turn. Yep, there we go.
Here we go. Attack them from both sides.
It's an ambush.
And there are 2 waves of enemy thieves there that I'm going to have to deal with. And if I don't deal with them quickly, it could be a huge problem. Now Petra's level 10. Hopefully it's a good one. Strength and speed, always good. Defense too. And I get to double this one. Alright, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem to deal with. Although I do have to worry about this mage catching up with me, because that could cause me problems. Now, since I've already pulled these 2, there's only going to be 2 more. I don't want to have this square deal with all of this pressure by itself. I think that might be a little bit too much, it might crack actually. So I'm going to move someone with decent defenses like Ferdinand up here, and just barely into the enemy's range. And that'll cause Ferdinand to draw this fire, and then the combined mind of all of these units should be capable of taking that one enemy out. Meanwhile up here, I can probably get this kill safely with Byleth. There's a little bit of risk, but I'll take it.
Should I have held back?
And Byleth should be fine to take one more attack next turn. I think I'll have the bow with Felix do 10 damage with it. 15, since we got the crest proc there. That's actually really lucky. I think that makes it so we can Wrath Strike it down with Petra. Okay, we didn't need the proc, but it makes it so that we can no combat art the enemy down with Petra.
Witness Brigid Pride.
So maybe it wasn't that lucky. So, I could move Edelgard out of enemy range entirely here. I'm not going to, because I have an opportunity to do damage on the enemy's turn. And I'm not sure I'll get too many more of those. So here comes wave 2. I think it'll go for Petra and Ferdinand. I got Vantage there. It's really nice. Too bad it wasn't enough to make much difference. Vantage is a great skill. Hard to activate the conditions to make use of it though. That's how it's balanced. If you could just use it all the time, it would be pretty broken. Yep. Ferdinand will survive. He even does damage. And looks like that monk is finally catching up to us as well. But we should be out of his range before he arrives. So we have 1 thief, 2 thief, and 1 mage to deal with. I think we're pretty safe here. Petra needs healing, but other than that, everything seems to be pretty good. So I'm going to move Felix off this way. Strike with the training bow. I think Petra can get the kill now.
Flame Spirit, protect me.
She does need healing. Linhardt can't reach her. So that might have been a little bit of a mistake. But I might be able to rectify it. I think I will need to gambit the enemy mage in order to fix that. Perfectly feasible.
You fooled yourself.
Edelgard can definitely take that damage. And we can also get a kill here if we get lucky with the assault troop here.
You've got to try.
Level 11.
Such power dwells
The
within.
defense is good. The rest, you know, HP is kind of eh. Magic is not really useful. But I suspect this unit might actually go in for the physic rather than Nosferatuing. And Edelgard will survive, so that should be alright. We just have to take this thief out now. So, first order of business is probably unloading into him.
Not worth the risk.
And I think we can get an extra attack in here with Hubert, which is pretty rare. We might actually want to give him the kill if we can. Oh, Bernadetta. She just stole the kill with her crest proc. Bernadetta's crest is one of the most powerful in the game, but it very rarely procs.
Thank you.
I'll heal Ferdinand, I suppose. Do the rest of it with passive healing. And we'll start moving Linhardt up to support the rest of the team. I got the advantage there, so he didn't even get to attack
Mountain, know your
Edelgard.
limits.
I don't know what that monk's doing. I thought he would attack me, but I guess not. That's alright, we can chase him down. Probably want to stay out of this archer's range. Probably also out of the fortress knight's range. While I chase this guy down. Probably a little bit too risky to send Petra in there. Ah. Maybe he won't do any damage to anyone. Unless they have really bad resistance. So that's what's going on there.
I am Ferdinand von Eyre.
We'll just move the rest of our units along the way. And I guess we'll go Petra next to Dorothea for some passive healing. Felix should be able to take care of that monk, no problem. But I suppose we should give it to Edelgard, since she's not level 10 yet. Need to do a little bit of damage in order to get her down far enough to do that. Smash for accuracy.
Well, how was that?
There we go, level 10. Not a
One
bad
step
level
at
at
a
all.
time.
Alright, so I'm not ready to bait this archer or this fortress knight just yet, but I'm close.
Caution is needed.
I think I'll want Hubert, Dorothea, and Byleth with our Armor Slayer before I confront that knight. So I will take the Armor Slayer from Edelgard here. Oh, she doesn't have it. Who has it? Does Dorothea have it? I see. She does. Alright. As long as I know where it is. Speed things along by self-healing a little bit. Alright, so if I put Byleth here, that will draw the enemy archer in. And from there we should be able to take care of the archer and the armor knight on the next turn. We have Felix, and Felix should be able to quad the archer with gauntlets. And then I have both Dorothea and Hubert close by. So they should do magic damage and take out the armor knight, no problem. I foresee no difficulty.
Predictable.
He didn't even hit me, which is quite nice.
It seems I've exhausted this topic.
Speed plus 2 will definitely be useful. It might help keep Byleth in range of doubling the enemies with her speed. Alright, so I can take this off. And I think the only things we have to worry about are those red spaces. So for the archer, we can move Felix right here. We can miss one of them, that's fine. Only need 3 out of 4.
You're weak.
Thought Dorothea would be able to reach. Looks like that's not quite the case. That's okay. Felix can take the hit. It's just gonna take a little while to heal him off is all. Yep, so those armor knights actually have pretty high attack power. 28 to be exact. However, they have very little defense versus magic. I think I will go with a miasma from Hubert first. Might be better if I can find a 2-range spot that won't obstruct all the 2-range spots, so Dorothea can also take a turn. And finally Hubert's level 2. Hopefully it's a good one. Magic.
Any experience is worth having.
Magic's not bad for a magic user. And if only we did 1 more damage with Thunder, we wouldn't need to use 2 durability here. It's okay.
I won't go down so easily.
So I need to trade the Armor Slayer from Dorothea next turn. And Hubert's here, so that might take a little bit to set up.
Can't take much more.
I'll get some healing with our remaining unhealed units.
I will get the victory.
And I'll begin moving the rest of our units down this way. Now this is also going to be kind of slow and baity. So we'll give Byleth the Armor Slayer in exchange for a Vulnerary.
Much needed.
We will Rally Charm to reduce the odds of the enemy Gambit hitting us, if the enemy does decide to Gambit. Equip the Armor Slayer, so that way if they decide not to Gambit us, we can punish. And I'll move Hubert as close as I can.
Stay vigilant.
I guess I'll just try to get Bernadetta and friends sort of towards the way we'll eventually be going. There's no real rush because I have to wait on Dorothea and Hubert anyway. 30% hit rate. Missed. We're good. Now I'm going to bring in Hubert, and I will attack from 3 range with Meyer. That also applies a Link Strike bonus to all the rest of these units. Then I can try a Thunder ×2 with Dorothea. This is a pretty resistant Armor Knight. Orders Knight, technically. Got a battalion level up out of that. So, still not dead even though he's been hit by 3 spells. But I don't even need to use the Armor Slayer here. I can just use an Iron Sword at this point.
each battle a chance to grow.
Down he goes. And there's our accuracy ring. We don't need the pure water. There are no more mages. We killed them all. Now we do need to work on the other problematic enemies here. And we'll start doing that next turn. For now, I'll just start moving my archers down this way. So they'll be ready for the time when it comes. I think I'll move Felix with Dorothea for free healing. Same with the rest of these three. Dorothea has a really strong passive ability.
I'll go.
So Edelgard's at full HP, that's good, we'll need that. I can probably back Leonhard up here a little bit. Felix doesn't need much, but it will take more than one turn for him to heal up. So it might just be more convenient to heal him.
Sorry.
I think we're almost in position now. So, there's kind of a nasty thing going on here, and that is we have enemies with perfect range overlaps. So there's no space that you can bait this Armor Knight, doesn't also bait this Archer, same with this Armor Knight and this Archer. And they're all in a group, so if you bait any one of them, the whole group of 5, or I think 4 of them, start coming towards you. To say nothing of these red spaces which you're not allowed to step in because a bunch of Poison Strike archers will descend upon you and fill you full of arrows. Now the real problem here is Archer has 24 attack and Poison Strike. And the Armor Knight also has 28 attack. That's an awful lot of damage to take. Luckily, Edelgard has tons of HP, and current protection is 16. I don't expect it'll stay that way for long, so she should be able to survive both of those, but only narrowly. And then pretty much the instant that it's over, I'm going to have to descend on the group of enemies that's going to be piled up here and try to kill them as quickly as possible. So, the 8 damage might seem light, but then there's another 7 coming, I think. 8. So that's basically doubling. And then there's 15. So I do get a little bit of chip damage on the counter. And then we've got a fighter to deal with, and another Armor Knight. So, not only that, but we can't attack from the right side. I don't think Thoron will do it, so I'm going to have to move Dorothea. And if I'm very careful with how I overlap these ranges, I might actually be able to take one attack. This position and this position can both reach here. believe that's right. So I really don't want to stand to the right, but it looks like I've kind of boxed myself off here. $17 damage on the fighter. I can do 12 with Bernadetta. Hopefully I can find the rest with Ferdinand. One short. Yeah, that won't do. Could potentially use Caspar there, actually. Let's see if we can make that happen. So we're going 9 additional damage. That is kind of a lot to ask.
Unexpected.
What if I use Edelgard here? Can I... Splitter will do, Monster Breaker will do. Smash is not enough. And I definitely need to heal her before attempting it if I'm going to do it. But I can use Ferdinand and then Edelgard. That could work. If I'd arranged my units a little more properly, things would be fine. But I kind of messed up. We'll go for the smash because we need to hit, or else we die.
Now you know your limits.
Alright, so that takes care of the fighter. That also opens us up, so we should be able to take care of these armor knights from the left side now. If we go with the armor slayer here.
That is that.
I really like the way the armor slayer looks in this game. It's like a Zweihander. And here we can kill with Dorothea. Might even be able to do it with Hubert. Not quite. So I guess we'll give it to Dorothea.
All roses have thorns.
And she levels up. Speed is always welcome. Resistance is never bad, but it's not the best stat in the game. So I think that this space can only be attacked by one archer. Unless this one can also hit it. Looks like that one will go for Edelgard unless I heal her. So if I go here and use the steel gauntlets, I should be able to kill this one at least though.
Next time, bring your friends.
And Felix can take a hit from one archer, but not two. And if I have any repositioning combat arts, now would be a good time to use them, but I don't think I have any. I do not. So, luckily there's only one space the enemy can attack from. They will do more than half of Felix's life and damage. So I'm kind of banking on this enemy going first and going for someone other than Felix. And sticking as many appetizing targets as possible right in the way is probably a good way of ensuring that.
You'll be repaid. Looks like Caspar is preferred over Felix.
Probably because he'll be doubled. It's 9 protection though. So I believe that even if the 24 does double, that'll be a little less than 30. So he will survive. So there you go. Weak units are good for something. As long as they're not too weak. And we're counting on a little bit of AI exploitation here to stay alive. Crit chance though. I don't like that. So Caspar's on 1 life, but Felix is alive, and that's the important thing. Alright, so this archer is attacking us now, and his buddy is going to come around all by himself, attack us soon.
Can't take much more.
I can definitely take this one out with Felix by himself, but I think I can also spread this out
I'll be
among
fine.
other units. Probably don't want to try that with Ferdinand. So I probably am looking at taking him out with Felix. Unless maybe we can guarantee a hit with... No. Hubert's not going to be able to do it, so Felix it is.
Another win. I have improved.
It would probably have been better if I had found a couple more opportunities to sneak in a little bit of damage or a kill with Caspar or Ferdinand here, but I suppose I'll have my chance shortly. Alright, so Bernadette is here. It's just out of range. I believe I can get away with this. So if I take Bernadette's Iron Bow Plus and give her the training bow. And then I bait this archer.
Thank you.
I can hold him here until next turn. And then next turn I should be able to kill him without being attacked by a whole bunch of other archers. Good chance of missing too. Yep. There we go. Alright, looks like those enemies are starting to move as well now. Okay, the whole bunch. I can still take this archer out. That's one less thing to worry about. So I should be able to double it. And that'll leave it at 1 HP. And then I can use a curved shot to get the kill.
Got him! I'd never have learned this back in my room.
That's nice. Close counter is always good. So I do have an opportunity here to bait an enemy by moving onto one of these purple spaces where only that enemy can attack us. Petra's probably a good choice for that. She's 10 protection versus Felix's 7. Definitely going to need to speed up my healing here, so let's see. Caspar should probably run away. I'll have Dorothea heal Felix.
Oh, thanks.
Also get a little bit out of her automatic healing. But I think we'll have Linhardt heal Edelgard. And we'll also get a little bit of automatic healing for her by moving her. And we should be able to do a little bit of damage with Petra. Now luckily, the other two archers haven't started coming with these enemies. So I only have a big group of enemies to deal with, not a massive group. That's 2 combined groups. Definitely makes things easier. But not exactly easy still. These fighters are fast enough that they will double Edelgard. And I definitely want to deal with these thieves. Probably this archer as well. Let's see how much damage we can do. 19, we need to find 5. Should be able to do that. Can I do it safely though, and reliably? Well, maybe one of those things, but I don't think both. Oh, that'll do. The Edelgard is still out of fighter range here, so this is fine. As long as she hits.
Well, how was that?
It's a little bit risky, but that's okay. We'll send one of these to the convoy. So we have an Armor Knight, we have an Archer, and a Thief still left to deal with. Edelgard can take an Armor Knight and an Archer. I don't think she can take more than that. I don't think I can kill this Armor Knight. Oh, look at that, I can. Well, if I do that, I might be able to make this work.
Winning's always nice.
So, I don't want Hubert to be doubled. That would not be good. Bernadette is at full health, so she can take a hit. Just one though. That'll help. I can't really stand over on this right side safely. It's kind of unfortunate. I'm going to move Hubert out of enemy range. Looks like Dorothea will be murdered by the enemy if I allow this to happen. And this one has pass. So I have to either kill this thief or Dorothea dies. This might be a good way of doing that.
This is critical. Now's our chance.
This is the Thief is still on the square. I can't be attacked by this fighter unless turn order happens in a certain way. The archer has to attack Byleth. Looks like this archer will also go for Byleth though. Could be a problem. Unless I can kill the archer. Okay. Petra can. And then if I move Ferdinand here, I think he should be able to survive one turn. And we can get the kill here.
The mark of nobility.
And now he's level 5. Strength and resistance. Strength will boost his attack speed slightly, so he's at 5 now. He will not be doubled. Well, he'll be doubled by these, but I think he can survive that. 16 times 2. 35, yeah, he'll be fine. Just gotta take the archer out. I should probably heal Petra before I attempt this.
I thank you.
And I'll level up for Linhard as well.
If only my research had such
Not bad.
results.
Not that great, but not that bad. $15, 13. Yeah, if Byleth gets hit by both of those, Byleth is also dead, so I think I've got to put Petra here. Do this attack. That way the fighters can't also hit Byleth.
I will not be stopping. Hard work created
Strength and
this.
speed, always good. Alright, let's see what the enemy does. Ferdinand should survive this. There was a small percent crit chance there, which is unfortunate, but didn't
Gotta use
happen.
your head sometimes.
Petra will survive this, I'm pretty sure. Especially if it misses. There's an archer for Bernadetta. Didn't even hit. Got lucky there. We didn't need it to be lucky. And there's one for Byleth.
Predictable.
Didn't hit either. Alright, so we managed to make it through that. That was a pretty rough turn. There's an awful lot of offensive power that has to be taken out in order to make it through that. But now I think the situation is more or less under control. I still should probably avoid stepping on the spaces where the archers can get me. Felix's damage potential is probably going to be more valuable than attacking at range with him. So I just need to find 15 damage somewhere. That'll do it. I think if I use Wrath Strike it might work. One off. If I had the Iron Sword Plus it would work. It's okay, we can use the gauntlets, they're pretty likely to work. Work just fine.
You're weak.
So we can do 19 damage for guarantee with Edelgard, we need to find 14.
Not worth the risk.
Right, only need to find 11 more. Need to find 8 more. That'll do it. Now we can move in with Edelgard for the kill.
Now you know your limits. That won't do it all.
Not very good. Another vulnerary for the convoy. Bernadetta can take a single hit, so I think if I put her at the edge of the enemy range here, I can then double an enemy with Byleth and get the kill with Bernadetta curve shot. That'll take out one of these archers, and then there will only be one archer left. Just baiting them out one at a time, slowly but surely, grinding them down, seems to be the most certain way of grinding your way through Maddening mode. So there we go, that'll leave him on one.
Watch and learn.
That's probably a kill.
Am I done yet?
Level 9.
Whoa, did I get stronger?
Not a bad level up. Not bad at all. Now Ferdinand is badly injured, so we should probably keep him away. Same with Caspar. I think if I sit at the edge of the enemy archer range here, we can bait him with Byleth and do another 1-2 combo. Although I might have to wait a turn, because the enemy will be at 3 range rather than 2. So I'll need to lure them into proper positioning again with Bernadetta probably. So I will bait with Bernadetta, and that archer's days are numbered.
It's still raring to go.
Alright, the enemy is now in position. So here we go.
Should I have held back?
Crest activated.
Another step forward.
It's not bad. A little more offensive power for Byleth. Let's see. Miklon will take 10 damage every time we engage him in combat. So I think the Lance of Ruin, we'd have to worry quite a bit if he actually got to attack us. However, as long as we get, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 ranged attacks in on him, we can just waltz up to him with the Armor Slayer, and that'll be that.
I can fight through anything.
Just haven't used any strides. Might be a good time to. Could potentially save a turn.
Put me in there.
You'll be repaid. Well done.
Should speed things up a little bit at least. Alright, so Byleth has the Armor Slayer. I don't think I'll use Felix. He does have a bow, so might. Edelgard has a hand axe.
I am Ferdinand,
Ferdinand
von Heyer.
has a bow. Caspar also has a bow. Ewer has magic. I think Petra... Yeah, Petra does not have any ranged options anymore since we took them all away. Put Dorothea right here. I probably should heal them.
Thank you.
Well, like what you see.
Good defensive level up.
I'm a quick study.
And she got Nosferatu out of it too.
I know you are.
Okay. So there's one position, two position, 3 positions. Will require attacking from the side with Edelgard. So I think I'll need to use a curve shot with Bernadetta to get the 4th in. So here we go.
So, you think you can take the lance from me, huh? I'll kill you. I'll kill every last one of you!
Every last one of us. Sounds like Dimitri. Alright, so he's at 26 HP already. Thanks to Christopher Aldarius procs. Ferdinand or Caspar. I guess Caspar deserves the experience more since he's lower level. There's another 10 damage. Here's a hand axe. There's another 10 damage. Now he's got 5 HP left. Oh boy. Did I mess that up? How shameful. Oh, we might be able to spare this with a mire if we hit with it. I didn't get Violet close enough to actually use the Armor Slayer here. But we have a chance to redeem ourselves with Hubert. I could have also waited a turn and used the Stride Gambit with Linhardt to get it done. fine. Hubert needs experience. And there's our beast.
That form.
Took quite a while to get here.
Oh my. Is this your first time fighting such a thing?
I hope the beast isn't, like,
Listen well to what I
crazily
say.
powerful.
Such is the fate of one whose life is corrupted by a crest stone.
Alright, what are we up against? 37 attack, 9 attack speed, so that's definitely higher than it was in hard mode. He also gets death blow. Does he really need death blow when he has 37 attack? And the staggering blow goes up to 42 attack. That's kind of rough. I'm going to need to chain stun him, I think.
Thank you.
Alright. Here he comes. Now he's in range at least. We do have some gambits left. What do the hit rates on them look like? Pretty good. Alright, so we can do 6 damage with Bernadettas. 7 with Petras. So, pretty low damage. Pretty sure we used Edelgard's. That's okay, because she has Monster Breaker, which will actually be pretty helpful. So I think I'll go to the side and use an assembly.
Pushed me too far.
Bernadetta will survive that, as long as it doesn't crit. It does have 18 crit, which is potentially problematic. Since he's stunned, we can get an attack in. Felix would be a pretty good candidate for that, but he's only going to do 5 damage. Might be worth taking it anyway. Could do up to 10 with crest procs. Alright, so now we can use another gambit. Onslaught.
Want some help? I created a plan.
Yep, she'll survive that. Those 52 HP left. He's stunned, so we should definitely take full advantage of that if we can. $11. 9 times 2. 9 times 2 is better, so we'll go with that. Decent crit chance too. Right, 34 HP left. I can mire from here. That'll nerf his defense. It's nice to have HP plus 5. I think I can Thoron as well. Then we just need to land one more hit and we'll armor break him. It's probably for the best if I simply allow the enemy to get a turn off here, because that'll give me an extra turn's worth of attacks to use against him with him armor broken, including Edelgard's. Like, I could potentially do an Edelgard attack here, but she'll get doubled. So we definitely want something protecting her before we do that. No one needs healing at the moment. That hurt. Alright, so who is going to do the least damage but can afford taking a counter? I think Bernadetta's not going to do that much. It'd be ideal to get Gaspar in here and do it if we can. So we can't quite get enough damage in here to kill. How much damage does Monster Breaker do? Gotta use the other axe if I'm gonna use Monster Breaker. 29. So we don't want to waste any damage here if we can avoid it. No more Myers. We have other 2 range options though. Yeah, that'll hurt. Don't want to do that. So, looks like Bernadetta it is. Use a curved shot with the training bow. Break the last barrier. And now we have 3 HP bars to get through still. So let's try not to waste any damage. I won't do any damage, so no worries there. Yeah, that's also completely ineffective. But we can do some damage with Hubert. If we mire, that'll actually help us even more. Might as well do something with Dorothea. Linhar might be able to get in here as well. Let's write it to 0. What about Win? Also 0. Unfortunate. So, Violet, Petra, or Felix, who's going to do the least damage here? 8 times 2. 10 times 2. Well, I guess we'll waste Petra's attack then. Overkill crit. I don't think I've gotten a crit when I needed it. Yet so far. One day the crits will make a difference. So Edelgard can get around the side and do a Monster Breaker. That'll hurt. Yep, that's very good. Felix can get in on this side, and I think Steel Gauntlets are the way to go. Way overkill. Another overkill crit. Yeah, that's a lot of overkill. Level 13 even. More stats. More overkill. Fortunately, next turn I'll actually take counters. So we'll heal Petra up. He has Death Blow now, but he shouldn't get to use it. If I do everything right. Alright, so now I have to worry about counterattacks. Big, scary counterattacks. So if I can get him down to around 30 HP, Edelgard can take him out. And I get that far without dying. Probably, but it's going to be a little sticky. So 11 is better than 5 times 2. 12 is better than 11. So go with Wrath Strike. Hope for crit. Lucky miss. Ruptured Heaven will do 30. I still need to find another 30 damage though.
I will get the victory.
It's only 8. Probably can't leave Dorothea or Hubert in range. Bernadetta should be fine. Although she can't use her curved shots anymore. Which is kind of unfortunate. I have to do anywhere near as good damage, just ordinarily. Looks like it. We can risk that.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Oh look, a crit! It did matter. Down to 50. Wrath Strike with 31% crit chance. Let's see. If we crit, that's an extra 16 damage. And I think that'll get him into Edelgard kill range. No crit for me. I gambled there with Petra's life when I shouldn't have. I should have healed her first. That was sloppy. Mr. Breaker for 29 damage. I don't think I can afford to do that because Petra is wounded. One. That'll kill Dorothea outright, so we can't leave Dorothea in range. Can't leave Hubert in range. Everyone else is okay. Since the AI is telling me that it will go for Byleth, I guess I can get away with using a Monster Breaker here. Luckily that missed too. If it didn't, I would have needed to use a Physic with Linhardt. Actually, even that might not have been enough. Oh, Petra's safe now. Glad that 1% crit hasn't happened yet. I'm really not a fan of enemies who have, you know, above average crit rates, especially if they're bosses with huge attack power. Who do I want to give this kill to? Petra, Edelgard, Byleth, Felix. Felix would be a pretty good choice, I think. Guaranteed kill. I don't think Hubert could get it, but it might be funny if we could. 93% chance of working, but if it doesn't, he's dead. That's only 1 to 2 range, so he has to take the counter. So I guess Felix is as fine a choice as any. And this is it. And he got strength even.
Goddess. The beast is gone, yet Miquelon and the lance remain.
It is done. Let's retrieve the lance and depart at once.
That was really slow, and I made a couple mistakes near the end there. However, Felix carried us, and I think it's kind of interesting that the experience growth that your characters receive is so incredibly low, but if you recruit someone from another house, they automatically join at an appropriate level. So I think recruiting units in Maddening difficulty is probably a little bit overpowered, especially compared to what a struggle it has been for Ferdinand and Caspar just to keep up. So, my message is, if you're going to play Black Eagles, cross-recruit Felix. It's probably a good choice. Lysithea is another great one. This chapter was definitely challenging. I'm interested to see what the rest of Maddening has in store. It took a while, but I made it through Chapter 5 on Maddening mode. If you're still here, thanks for watching and sticking through it. In the next one, I'll take on the Death Knight and/or the Death Knight's minions in Chapter 6. Until then.